Governor-elect Tony Evers will take his oath of office on January 7th. He has spent time this month touring the state for listening sessions on the budget that he'll be introducing early in 2019. The state's labor organizations worked hard to get Tony Evers elected. So what are their expectations and hopes for the new administration? We're asking Stephanie Bloomingdale. She's president of the Wisconsin AFL-CIO and a member of the governor-elect's Economic Development Advisory Council. Stephanie Bloomingdale, good to have you back on the program.
Nice to be here.
I thought I would ask you about the fact that you're on the Governor's Advisory Council for Economic Development. Organized labor felt like they were sort of ignored by the previous administration. How does it feel to be included in that conversation?
Well, we are very excited about this new administration. We're very excited about Tony Evers being our new governor and really providing a new direction and a fresh day for Wisconsin. Sitting on his advisory commission for jobs in the economy, I'm very proud to do that, and a number of other people from organized labor also are sitting on that committee. And this is a chance for us really to share what we see as the future, as a good future for Wisconsin in terms of jobs and economic development.
Let's talk about that. What is organized labor? What are working people saying we'd like to see in economic development in the future in this state?
Well, number one, we need to see our worker rights restored fully. All the rights that Scott Walker took away from working people really need to be restored. When workers have a voice in the job, when workers have the right to work with their fellow workers, to bargain for better contracts, safety conditions, and a better workplace, we all do better. We also need to make sure that our healthcare system is the best that it can be. Working people and everyone in our state deserves quality healthcare, expanding Medicaid, which should have been done a long time ago by Scott Walker. Raising wages is also very important for us. Our wages have remained stagnant, and we need to raise the wages in order to have a full and robust middle class.
So you would like to see an increase in the minimum wage in the state. Is $15 what you're looking for? What specifically are you talking about?
Really, we want to make sure that our minimum wage is as high as it can be. $15 would be great. And
but you could get there in stages, perhaps?
Well, we need to make sure that working people that are working, a full-time job are able to put food on the table and take care of their kids and be an active part of their communities. And you can't do that if you can't get enough money at your job. And so we want to see that. And we also want to see every worker who wants to join together in a union have the fair shot to be able to do that. Because that is the best long-term sustainable way for working people to get ahead.
We've seen in the last 8 years, we've seen right-to-work legislation in Wisconsin become law. We've seen repeal of most of the prevailing wage laws in the state. What would you like to see happen to those two pieces of legislation?
Well, we'd like to see those reversed for sure. And Scott Walker really cozied up to the Koch brothers and very wealthy people that wanted him to do their bidding. And he did that. Tony Evers is the opposite. Tony Evers believes in working people really being the engine of our economy. And so we'd like to see that change. Now, we know how the legislature works.
Right.
We know
it's
that
a Republican legislature.
We have both chambers controlled by Republicans. But we are really hopeful that, given that Scott Walker will no longer be there, that the Republican leadership will get their heads on straight and do the right thing for working people, which is to lift working people up by restoring prevailing wage and project labor agreements and reversing right to work. That's the right thing to do for average, hardworking men and women in Wisconsin.
And is repeal of Act 10 a priority for your group and others?
All of the rights that Scott Walker has taken away in terms of working people, that is our agenda. And really we need to go further because we need to meet the needs of a changing economy. We know that there's going to be more independent contractors in this so-called gig economy, and we need to be thinking about how to make sure that those workers have the best wages possible.
Stephanie Bloomingdale is the head of the state AFL-CIO. She's also a member of the advisory council for Tony Evers' administration looking at economic development in Wisconsin. It's good to have you back on the program. Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year.
Coming up next, the new development in Milwaukee literally rising from the ashes.